Instagram has radically changed from 2021 to 2022, and so have my own personal strategies. So if you're looking to grow on Instagram, and I don't just mean getting likes and comments and follows, but I mean doing that plus being able to convert those people into paying clients with ease so you can reach 10K to 30K months with your business as a coach, then you're in the right place. Because I'm going to show you whether you have a small following, how to go about growing that, and even converting the existing followers you have into paying clients, or if you have a larger following, how to go about really monetizing it. If you don't know who I am, I'm Natalie, and I've worked with over 200 women to help them grow their impact and income, specifically through a coaching, consulting, or even course business model, okay? And I've made actually this is the third video that I've made on Instagram growth strategy. So you can check out my 2021 version of this video as well as my 2020 version of this video. They're actually still very relevant. I still stand by 100% everything I said in those videos, but now I'm going to add on additional things that have really helped me grow my following this past year, as well as just continue to be able to convert people into paying clients, and the things that I've taught over 200 plus women at this point in time, right, to be able to help them grow via Instagram. All right, these are tried and true methods. I'm also going to be talking about, like I said earlier, with how do we go about actually converting people into paying clients. I'm really good at this. This is probably one of my best strengths when it comes to Instagram. Last year, for instance, right, if you're like, oh, can I actually make money on Instagram with a small following? 100% yes, right? I had around 2,600 followers. I made 70K per month, okay, from that. All right, so I know a lot about this, and I'm excited to share with you my full, complete strategy on this. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already as well, and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos just like this one every single Friday. So let's get into it. One thing to really understand about Instagram is that there's a front-end strategy and a back-end strategy when it comes to Instagram. And what I mean by that is front-end, what people see via content, and then also back-end, what you're doing to build relationships with your followers, specifically in the DMs. And if you're like, I don't want to DM people, I don't want to be sleazy, I don't want to be pushy, I don't want to cold DM people. I'm not talking about cold DMing people when I'm saying this here. I'm talking about building genuine relationships with your followers, okay? And also, in addition to that, if you hear other people saying things like, oh, you should just attract people through your content. Yes, you should attract people through your content, but these people are not telling you that they are building relationships with people in the DMs too, right? Now let's talk a little bit more about what this looks like in practice. Right, so first, when it comes to content, I like to talk about a principle that I call the content spectrum. Now, I have a full video on how to implement the content spectrum into your business. And I talk about my content strategy for being able to attract clients consistently. So I'm not going to go super in depth. If that's something that interests you and you want more in depth on like what's the content spectrum, right, what does it look like, then you can go ahead, click on, I'll put it up as like a card maybe up here, click on that link, be able to watch that video and kind of learn more about my strategy when it comes to the content spectrum. But essentially what I mean by a content spectrum is that you can't just be posting one type of content. A lot of people make this mistake, and that's why they get told that they're inspirational, or they get told that, you know, oh, I really like your content, but then they're not converting these people into paying clients. Or for instance, it's also where people really mess up and people get tired of their content because they're only posting one type of content for one specific type of follower and one specific stage of the buying process. Instead, with a content spectrum here, what you really want to be doing is posting content that fits people in the cold stage, the warm stage, and the hot stage. Right? I'm not going to go super in depth into this, like I said, because I have a whole other video on it, but that is something that you need to keep in mind whenever you're creating content. Another really huge change that I've made between what I was doing in 2021 to what I'm doing in 2022 on Instagram now is I use Reels a ton more. So back in 2021, it took me until like the summer of 2021, I think before I even had the Reels feature, which sounds insane, but it's true. So I wasn't even able on my account to use the Reels feature until that period of time. Right? But now that I've been using it for a longer period of time, I regularly put out Reels. I absolutely love it. It's a great tool, especially for getting in front of those ideal clients that you want to get in front of. Like, everybody's saying this, but how do we put this into practice? And how do we use this as a tool, right? So a couple of things about Reels, right? You want to create different types of Reels, such as you can create tutorial Reels. I have another video on like Reel ideas, so I'm just going to list a few here, but if you need more specific examples, definitely recommend checking out that video as well, okay, because it's really great. But really what you want to think about here is tutorials. You can also use it as like, hey, here's something that might be relatable to you, right? To get in front of more of those ideal clients and make them feel like, oh, I really resonate with this. Even telling your own story through Reels. Reels is just a great tool that you can use. You can even, I've gone so far as like taken other content of mine that's more just text content and spoken it in the form of a Reel, and it's also performed really, really well. I love Reels. Reels are video content. I remember back in 2021, I was like, video content is where it's at for Instagram. And then now in 2022, Instagram came out and said, they're like, oh, we are no longer a photo sharing app. We, they've really moved into that video content that we're seeing so much of. So I really do recommend it. And if you're like, I don't want to have to dance, you don't have to dance. I have plenty of Reels of me not dancing, right? But it's a really great tool, and I would recommend putting out Reels on a consistent basis. Now, if you feel clueless when it comes to Reels or other aspects of Instagram, and you really want to use Instagram as a tool to be able to get clients on a consistent basis, you're ready to just ditch the influencer model that used to be so popular, where everybody was like, you gotta have pretty colors and it's gotta be visually appealing in order for you to get clients. And I think in 2022, we've seen that that's like not the case at all anymore. It doesn't matter whatsoever, right? And you really are ready to embrace the entrepreneur approach to be able to get consistent clients, right? Then I have a mini course. It's called Instagram Client Machine. It's crazy affordable, right? When I say crazy affordable, I mean like this thing should honestly be priced at $2,000, and it's not at all anywhere near that price, right? But it teaches you essentially my strategies for helping you get consistent clients with Instagram, right? So go check that out if that's something that appeals to you, right? I've got the link below in the description. Another big change that I made when it comes to my content on Instagram is I started putting out a lot more of belief shifting content, and I started using storytelling even more than I did previously. So actually last month I committed to posting twice a day, and I'm not saying that you need to do that. I was solely just trying to see, analytics wise, looking at my analytics, see what was working and see what was resonating with people. And what I found is as I grew bigger, right, I really missed more that personal touch that I felt like I had with my followers when I was really small. Because when I made this video last year, right, I had a small following, and I felt like I had a really deep, genuine connection with my followers. And then as I got bigger, it became more difficult to keep that, right? Now I do want to get bigger and I want to continue to grow, but a great way of building that genuine relationship with people that I talk back, and even in my video in 2021 on my strategy, is building that deep connection with people is through belief shifting content and telling personal stories that have happened to me in my business and in my life, right? What I found is a lot more people will comment below talking about how it really resonated with them. I also will send this out sometimes on emails too, to my email list. And what happened is people would send me emails back and they would say, oh my gosh, I feel just like this, right? And so I really think this is an important key aspect for keeping and maintaining that deep, more genuine connection and relationship with your followers. Because remember, more people are going to buy from you if they feel like they really relate to you. More people are going to choose you over the competition if they feel like they really, really enjoy you as a person. Yes, you have to position yourself as an authority. Yes, you have to have a great product. Yes, you have to have marketing that's showing people that you can solve their problem. But if people feel like they really just actually enjoy you, they're more likely to buy from you. So I know I mentioned earlier that there's a back-end strategy when it comes to Instagram and converting followers into paying clients, and that's through the DMs. And when I say DMs, I don't mean setting up bots. I don't mean copy and pasting messages, and I don't mean sending people like long paragraphs that say, buy my thing. Okay, that's not something that you should be doing, especially in 2022. Okay, it's not super helpful to people. Instead, what you want to do here is you actually want to genuinely connect with your followers and deepen the relationship with them. See what's going on in their business. We have conversations with people daily in the DMs. I get to hear what's going on with their business. I get to hear what they've tried in their business previously. And this is coming from a place of just genuinely wanting to get to know my followers better, right? And then let's say if they do feel like they need help, this is so much easier after they feel like they've developed a relationship with you to be able to get on a call with you and talk about what you have to offer, right? It makes it much simpler. You'll also find that your engagement increases on your profile because people get to know you better through the DMs, right? Another thing that I think can even increase that personalization with people is using things like voice notes too, right? It doesn't seem canned, it doesn't seem fake, and people feel like and know that you took the time to send them a voice note. Last thing I'm going to talk about is brand archetypes and how to use brand archetypes on Instagram. So I talk about creating a character for yourself in your marketing. Basically, the version of you that's going to be able to sell the hell out of what you have to offer. And that's what you need to think of, right? When it comes to using Instagram as a platform or even any form of social media to be able to sell what you have to offer, right? I really love using brand archetypes and thinking of it as an amplified version of yourself to be able to embody and show up on social media. This is especially helpful for people who don't feel maybe natural on video or natural on social media. This can help better bridge that gap, right? As well as when you get really focused on what your brand archetype is, really embodying like a character that you create for yourself, people feel like they get to know you better, right? I had people, especially last year, I would have a lot of people say, oh, I wanted to sign up with Natalie because I loved her energy, right? I felt like she was great in that kind of capacity, right? And through that was through doing brand archetypes. That was through really embodying a character. Yes, it's still very much me, but at the time I was probably embodying more of an amplified version of myself than what I might come across as like just in natural life. Now I would say, now that I've been on social media a while, right, and I've been on video a while, it's very much me, right? It's very much me and how I am and in person, but I really, really would recommend doing that. It also gives a cohesiveness to your brand. Now, if you are a coach or consultant, or you want to sell your expertise in the form of an online course, okay, we do have a certain amount of limited spots available inside of Grow Your Impact every single month. Okay, so Grow Your Impact is my program that has resulted in, I'm going to have to do the numbers again, because I literally, if I say the numbers now, I did the numbers on this probably 3 months ago, and 3 months ago, I think we had around like 30 10K, or maybe it was 25, okay? 3 months ago, we had 25-ish 10K up to even 40K per month coaches that have gone through my strategies and my training, right? So this is super effective. And if you are interested and you're ready to scale your business, you're ready to take that next step, and you're ready to have an action plan to be able to implement on a daily basis to take your business to the next level, then I'd love to invite you to get on a call with us, okay? And if that sounds interesting to you and you want to hear more about it, you're really ready to take that next step in your business, go below in the description, click that link, schedule a call with us, and I'm super excited to hear more about you and your business, right? I hope this video was valuable for everyone. If it was, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification bell, because like I said, I put out new videos just like this one every single Friday.